Hey, what is up, guys? It's Ventriloquist here, and today I'm bringing you a video, basically a rant, kind of in a way, about the new Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. If you missed it, then you can probably go rewatch it on MLG.com or MLG.tv, and she's bringing up the COD reveal trailer or whatever. And basically today, I'm gonna just talk about the stuff that's gonna make or break Advanced Warfare. And, I'm judging all this on common sense and all the stuff I've seen from yesterday in the reveal. Now, first off, if I had to rate, what would I rate that reveal? I would rate it a 4 out of 10. 4 because they vaguely, went over actual multiplayer, I don't know, it's hard to say, but they didn't really dig into the multiplayer that well. Like, they just said, oh, here's a couple perks. They didn't really name off. They just, like, oh, that's what this one does. Like, what a few of them. They didn't really go over it too much. So, I'm going to do that for you in the real way how to talk about it. Because when you notice how they talk on Twitter, but it just seems like, if you got to put yourself in their position. Say, like, me. I rant about the game all the time. Because I know Call of Duty is just gone garbage. And if I was in front of all those people, I know a lot of people wouldn't really want to hear me rant too much about it. But, maybe they would have. You never know. So basically, right off the bat, I'm going to tell you what's wrong with the game. First off, quickscoping is back. Better than ever. If you've seen Ali, he did a video on it. He was sitting there quickscoping people left or right, in the shin, in the foot, anywhere. He was sitting there just drag scoping. And, besides LEA's video, they made sure they had to get those little kids to come in and track to their new game. Because if you notice and paid attention, very detail, like the very beginning, I think, which is hilarious, is that they have a sniper spectating him jumping off a building and shooting people. Shooting people off a building with a sniper rifle. Is it any surprise that they would do that? No, because they want any people they can get. And, oh my gosh, don't even get me started on the pistol. The pistol! Dude, it was killing people across the map. It's like, I know I'm like, sound like kind of like a douchebag in a way, the way I'm like, coming off or whatever. But you gotta really honestly say to yourself, and you have to have common sense. Every year they sit there and say, oh, that ain't gonna be overpowered in the trailer. But you always know it ends up doing it. Like, it ends up breaking the game. What we see, the IED in the trailer for Ghost. Everybody thought, oh, it wasn't going to be that big of a problem, sorry. But then what happened? Turned out being one of the biggest problems in the game. What happened with quickscoping? Oh, there's no quickscoping in the game. It was a very valid decision that we made, or whatever they said, and then it ends up being one of the fastest ever recorded times for ADS and FPS shooter for Call of Duty. Isn't that a surprise? Now, they didn't make sure. They did make sure that they did not have to leave out the shotguns. Oh, we have to have those big old nice shotguns, don't we? Well, look at it from this way. I see the trailer, guy spectating another guy. He goes through the map and gets a 7-piece with a shotgun in less than 5 seconds. And the guy whips out a noob tube with danger close off his exoskeleton retarded suit and sits there and blasts 2 or 3 guys. No problem. Speaky speak. Easy spam. Bam. It's like, it's that easy. If you want to break a game, this is probably the best game to make the game experience for other players just a living nightmare. Like, I'm just saying, like, I know that y'all are probably tired of people complaining, but this is where y'all have to honestly wake up and realize that this stuff, it's just Call of Duty. This is 2014. 7 years ago, it was COD 4. Bam, the biggest thing that happened to Call of Duty right there. And now, 7 years later, you have to somewhere in your mind realize that Call of Duty's been doing the same thing last couple years. What is it? Now, I'm not talking about, oh, it's the same thing. It's not supposed to be Halo. It's not supposed to be Star Wars. It's supposed to be Call of Duty. Now, I'm tired of people saying it's the same thing every year. I'm not contradicting myself. What I mean by the same thing every year is that it's getting to where it's broken, it's quickscoping, it's one-hit shotguns, one-hit pistols, retarded gimmicks like the IED, stuff like that. And that breaks the game severely. Now, what else did I see? Oh, I can have a perk where I can see people through walls and objects. Oh, I can have 2 grenades that go in the air and go to people for me. Hey, I don't need skill. I can just have it do it for me, right? Because Call of Duty, we all know that it takes tons of skill to freaking camp in a corner with an IED and a LMG target finder, don't we? We know that very well. So, like what I'm getting at, I got another 5 minutes here, but what you see what I'm getting at is, I know I'm coming off as rude-ish in a way, but I'm just sick and tired of everybody saying on Twitter, oh, this is going to be so awesome. It's like, look at that, right there. That guy just, no problem with a Remington. We all know that, ready to break this game. Basically break this game severely. But, you know, stuff like that isn't balanced, that just ruins the game. And I'm tired of people acting like, you know, T. Martin. He said, and what's so funny about T. Martin is we all burn him on saying, oh, I'm super excited for the next Call of Duty. But what does he say in his tweet? I'm super excited to play the freaking next Call of Duty game at the freaking little personal invitation to their studios. And it's so stupid. There's screenshots of these commentators that has, what, not even a day played on the game, and still all these idiots out there frickin' fall for it because they get tricked every year. And what you gotta realize is why I do what I do, why Thunder, why Blade, and all these other people who talk about Call of Duty, how bad it is they basically still have people out there that still get tricked into buying the game. And just like they're not mad about it or anything. And what's another thing they do this for, and what I do it for, is because if people like you are gonna keep going to T. Martin's videos and LEA's videos, which LEA just had a screenshot of them, only had 1 day play, not even prestiged. They sit there and convince people that the game's perfect and awesome and good, and yet if you keep buying it and you keep saying, oh, this is a super awesome game, people are not going to wake up and not going to fix their game. I know it's a video game, but when you have something that you really enjoy and you freaking sit there and it just gets taken away from you because something retarded, then it's just you're going to get mad. It's common sense. It's human nature. These Call of Duty developers really don't know what they're doing. They're sitting there saying, oh, this is so cool. Like the freaking lead person there at the Gamescom, Michael Condrey or the other guy, he sat there and had a character with 2 LMGs attached to his arms, or 2 miniguns. He said, oh, my character's awesome. Are you serious? That is the most dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. So you're saying, a person with an exoskeleton, 2 miniguns on his arms, aren't going to be overpowered, aren't going to ruin the game. No, you're retarded if you think that's not going to ruin the game. And that's severely retarded and game-breaking. Like this gun I picked up, Target Finder. That takes tons of skill. It's so stupid, man. I honestly have not been more madder at all in a video commentary because of how people are still following for this garbage trailers. Like, people are clapping after they saw a guy just get 7 guys get mowed down by a single shotgun. You have some serious problems. Because all you're gonna do is further progress these idiots who make these Call of Duty games into making more Call of Duty games that are broken. I'm tired of playing a broken game every year. It's like the stupid gimmicks. Look at that right there. That's what I'm talking about. One-man army, basically with a shotgun. You can't do nothing against that because, you can't do nothing about it. I'm tired of people just agreeing with T. Martin, all these idiots, and that are just getting paid by these developers to promote their game when you know it's broken every year, and yet you still buy it, and yet you still fall for it, even though after the game you say, oh, this game sucks balls, because you know it does, but yet you still fall for it. And it's a joke, and I think it should be fixed. I think this community should be fixed. I think this game should be boycotted and redone. They don't even have dead silence on when they're talking about competitive esports. That's a big, major win on your part. You don't even have dead silence on your perks when you're talking about esports. I mean, come on, give me a break, man. I'm out, man. Say what you want, do what you will, but this game is going to be trash. Trust me. Peace.